Welcome to this lecture where we will learn how to set timeout settings in GitLab. Okay, so first of all, what is timeout? Timeout, as we already saw in previous lectures, defines the maximum amount of time in minutes that a job is able to run. Basically, it is the upper limit of time that a job can take to complete. But in case if your job execution time exceeds the timeout amount, GitLab automatically marks that job as failed. Now related to timeout, here are few pointers to highlight. GitLab allows you to set three types of timeouts. The job level timeout, second one is runner specific timeout, and last project level timeout. Starting with job level, as the name implies, job level timeout is applied at the job level. It defines the maximum amount of time a job can take to complete. This timeout can be used to forcefully stop the jobs that ideally you think should take few seconds or minutes to get complete, but due to some glitches or deadlocks are taking more time than your expectation. On the other hand, runner specific timeout defines maximum job timeout for each runner. Runner timeout prevents your shared runner from being overwhelmed by a project that has jobs with a long timeout, for example 1 week. Last, project level timeout. As job level timeout is applied for specific or individual jobs, the project level timeout is applied at the root project level. Means every job in your particular project will inherently follow the project timeout if you do not specify the job level timeout explicitly. Next, if both job level and project level timeout are specified, then the jobs for which job level timeout is specified will come under the job level timeout and the rest one will follow the project level timeout. Well, if you are a little confused, don't worry, we will see them in an example. The job level timeout can exceed the project level timeout but can't exceed the runner specific timeout. You can decrease the time limit if you want to impose a hard limit on your job's running time or increase it otherwise. Again, in any case, if the job surpass the threshold, it is marked as failed. And the default timeout, as we already saw, is set to 1 hour by GitLab. Alright, so these were few points about timeout. Let's quickly see how we can set it in UI. Let's create a simple pipeline that does nothing but simply sleeps for few minutes. Okay, so if we have two jobs here, with each job first printing some message, then sleeps for 2 minutes, and then again printing some exit message. Notice that there is no stages defined, means both these jobs can run in parallel. Commit it. Guys, since we haven't set the timeout till now, so these jobs will fall under the default 1 hour timeout of project level and will of course get a successful completion because the maximum sleep time is 2 minutes and both the jobs will get complete after 2 minutes. Let me wait for it to complete. See, it's a success. Okay, now with the same pipeline, let's try to play with the project and job timeout. First, set the project level timeout. For that, from the settings, go to CI/CD and expand general pipelines. Here is the timeout. See, by default it is set for 1 hour. In our pipeline, sleep is of 1 hour. Let's decrease the timeout to say 1 minute. Save changes. Okay, it says build timeout needs to be between 10 minutes and 1 month. So it means the minimum we can set is 11 minutes. Remember, unless you override the job timeouts in pipeline, this timeout will get automatically applied to all the jobs under this project. Now project time being set, now I need to change the sleep time. Let's change it to 30 minutes. So now the situation is that our project level timeout is 11 minutes and both these jobs will sleep for 13 minutes. Pipeline is started. Open it. See, the timeout is 11 minutes, which is coming from the project level timeout which we just set. Let us confirm for job 2 as well. Yeah, 11 minutes is a timeout. Now, as per our settings, both these jobs should fail after 11 minutes. Good. Both the jobs failed because of the timeout error. As soon as the duration of job exceeded the timeout value of 11 minutes, it was forcefully stopped and marked as failed job by GitLab. Let's now see what happens if we set the job level timeout for one job. For that, let's add the job timeout for, let's say, second job. To specify the job level timeout, after the script tag, type timeout and then specify the time, let's say 20 minutes. With this, by default behavior of GitLab, the timeout for job 1 should come from project level timeout, that is 11 minutes, and for job 2, it should be overwritten by job level timeout, that is 20 minutes. So open the job 1. See, timeout for job 1 is coming from project, and for job 2, it's coming from job level timeout that we specified in our YAML file. Now job 1 will fail if it does not get complete after 11 minutes, but job 2 will fail if it does not get complete after 20 minutes. Okay, so that was how you can control the maximum time limit a job can execute and save your pipelines from running long time in deadlock cases.